Well, after Gustavo been sanding on this thing for weeks, cut and clear in 600. Now we're ready to do our flow coat. So we did 4 coats of clear, cut it with 600 dry, and now we're gonna do 2 more coats of clear. We're gonna start off on our roof. We'll be doing our handy dandy shopping cart experience, and we'll get some more clear on this guy. That way when it goes, it's gonna be cut and buffed at a different shop, and he'll know that he's got 2 coats of clear on there over clear that's been cut totally flat. So all the orange peel has been gone, all of that from all the multiple layers before, and now all we have is the flat clear and 2 more coats of protectant on there. So after he gets done clearing or cutting that and buffing it, we'll probably end up with like 4.5 coats of clear on the vehicle, which should be plenty. And for the St. George sun, and but this will be inside. He does have a garage big enough for it, which is good, because the St. George sun will kill anything. I don't care what it is. So yeah, we are ready to go here, and I'm gonna knock it out.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.
Pretty late after our Arby's date. What time is it? 11? Quarter 11. But Applebee's. But I did run it back here. I ran it there and there, which is the first real runs of the job. So I'm not gonna complain, but it is sucky. So I'll probably cut those out, but I wanted to come back. I needed to close up the doors, and I want to pull some of the tape. I need to pull the tape on this down to here, because we're going to repaint the rain gutter here. When we masked it off on the edge, and it just turned out with a really shitty edge. So we fixed that up and got that done. We also put a little paint on the edge here to kind of clean that up. It looks like that worked out okay. How does it look? I can't see. Hopefully all right. All right, time to clear again. 2 more coats. I'm pissed because this thing will not stop inflating. It just wants to get overspray on it. So I get to sand that roof again after I'm done with this, because it'll have clear coat overspray all over it. I've jacked with it and jacked with it and jacked with it, and I'm done jacking it. Enjoy your overspray. So we got this grill here, and the grill used to hang out to here, and I never understood why they would make it that way, because it kind of has this line in here that kind of corrals the grill, you know what I mean? It kind of has this space around it, and it was weird that this, you know, came out of that area. So we cut this down and shortened it up, but that created an issue with what we're going to use for our turn signals. Right now, the original ones were pretty ugly. They had a plastic piece that went on here that had like some lines, and then actually the Chevy marker light from the 55 to 57 went on the middle of it, and it was fine. It was a little bullet. It wasn't terrible. But I have been messing with new ones for a while now. I built these cups. I may have shown that in a previous video, but I built these cups quite a while ago. Yesterday I kind of put some seam sealer in there so they were sealed, and then I put these little I welded some bolts on here, and that'll make it to where I can put the lens on, so that I can screw the lens on here with these Allens. That's gonna kind of sandwich the housing to the back of the grill and the lens into the grill. So that's what I'm gonna rely on as far as how this is held in there. If that doesn't work out, we'll see what else we can do. We can mount the back of this to the grill bar or something, and that wouldn't be a big deal. We have a bar right here, and it's flat, so to get something to hook to that wouldn't be too big of a deal. But I'm messing with some different lighting. This one is like a LED strip light, and I put like a GMC horn emblem in there. These bolts are just sitting there to kind of hold that. I have it hooked up to my little DeWalt battery, but anyways, it also does the turn signal. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out, because it's kind of a doubled up turn signal switch. So like, you have your turn signal switch that makes it flash, and this has a little module in it to also make it flash. So we're kind of doubling up flashing here. And of course it doesn't want to turn on at the moment. So it does that little tracer of orange. So we're going to kind of have it, it's going to kind of be doubled up. Since we're running that factory harness from the Duramax, they did have those driving lights that stay on. It was a turn signal bulb that would just stay on, and that ended up being a problem with these rigs, the GMT 800s, because that socket would burn up, because that bulb isn't intended to run that long. So like on my Suburban, I put in those LED bulbs with a little cooling tower on it, and I haven't had a problem since. But the normal I don't know if it's I guess it's a halogen bulb, they would get hot and burn up those plugs and burn up the bulbs, but that is pre-wired into it, so we can have this white light that just stays on when you turn on the vehicle. The emblem inside of the lens, kind of a long time ago I saw an ad for a Cadillac, and they had the emblem on the inside of the headlight, and I kind of liked that idea. This is just an old horn button, and I had one of these off my dad's truck that I actually built, and he had a 61 GMC. I ordered another one off of eBay. I do plan on putting that in there. The other thing I want to do though is I'd like to do some sort of textured, just like a chrome backing or something in here, and then we'll probably have to glue this down because it's pot metal. They're probably not a great way to do that. We're not going to be using this red. I already have started on it. These ones are orange, and so we'll have that orange in there for our lens. That goes along with our orange marker lights on the top, and we even have orange taillight housings for our taillights just to match the paint, and we'll put red bulbs in the taillights. But I'm going to work on getting these in here. This was like a silly kit from eBay that just has the thing, and you can cut it. It has little spots you can cut the LED. So I've already cut this one down. I took a little bit off of it. I don't know where the scrap went, but I cut about that much off of it just so it's the correct line around here. Now I need to make a little spot for the wiring to come out. Kind of figure out what we're going to do. I did have this guy I had bought a couple of options, you know, just to decide what to do, but it did a sequential kind of. It's just a little bit too school bus. So I'm gonna put these in and kind of see if that's gonna be enough. But like I said, I'd like to get a different background and then we'll put these in. But we'll kind of see how this goes. We'll get it to where the wiring's in and we can bolt it up and go from there. Figured you want to see the most satisfying part. Ooh. But you get to do it twice. Getting this kind of lined up here so I can mark my holes where the screws go through the lens here. Running light. Blinker. Oh boy.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.